What's up, everyone? Tyler here, coming at you from my Dallas hotel room after I just got back from covering the Aces and Dallas Wings game. I know it's not the nicest setup with the background and the mic and the webcam. Look, that's besides the point. I wanted to talk to you before we jump into this interview with the number one recruit in the 2026 class, Saniyah Hall, because when we filmed this earlier this summer in Atlanta at Overtime Select, we didn't know where Saniyah Hall was headed, but now we do. And she's going to a place where you want to talk about legacy and being able to become a star and become a dominant big. USC is the place to do that. And the idea of Saniyah Hall being able to continue what is already being built in this kind of risen giant, the awakened giant that is the USC program, is very exciting. But it's also very exciting to see where she is now and see where she was when we interviewed her earlier this summer. So I just want to put that out there, just how not only did we interview her before she committed, but also how important Saniyah Hall has a chance to be in the world of women's basketball. Signed to Jordan, committed to USC, the number one recruit in the 2026 class. We had such an incredible time talking with her at Overtime Select. We're ready to see what she does this year in Overtime Select. We're ready to see how she continues her momentum and builds into her time at USC. But until then, I hope you enjoy this interview. I'm going to tell you at the end, but I want to tell you now, too. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. NoCastSpaceBB.com as well for all of our print and podcast content. But enough of me talking. Here's the interview. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to No Cat Space. Tyler and Shawnee here at Overtime Select in Atlanta. And today, Saniyah Hall is joining us on the All-Niners tonight. Thank you so much for tapping in with us.
No problem.
Get the horns out. Get the horns out tonight. We're super excited to talk to you. One of the top recruits in the 2026 class. But we were just talking right before we clicked record. We're going to dive right straight into this. I need to know more about this. You found out you were going to be captain of All-Niners because of Stewie?
Well, technically, I was already the captain. They announced it, but I was just eating breakfast, and Breanna Stewart happened to walk in the door and hold up my All-Nighter shirt, and, it's just there, just supporting me and everything like that. So it's really cool to see her walk in the door.
Something's like, what do you do in that moment where it's just like, oh, hey, there's Stewie? Like,
what was the breakfast? Was it something cool where you were like, wait a minute?
Yeah, it was her favorite restaurant, actually.
There we go.
Yeah, we were eating it was like chicken, it was like pies, it was like her favorite place. So I think it's called Pies and Thighs or something like that.
Pies and Thighs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like
all right.
It was good.
So did you get to chat it up with her? Like, did you get any advice from Stewart? Like, what is the dialogue here between you and Stewart?
Yeah, she was just telling me to keep doing my thing. She wanted me to go to UConn.
Oh, Stewie, dirty Mackin.
She wants me to go to UConn, but she was just telling me to keep doing my thing. So we had a really good time.
Yeah,
so it was really fun.
I love that.
Just what's it like having a connection now to a level that you want to get to?
Definitely great. Being able to have her number in my phone, I feel like it's so I can hit her up anytime. So yeah, it was definitely good.
No, I love that. I love that for you. Let me ask you this. I just want to end on Stewie real quick. If you could add one part of Stewie's game to what you already have locked down, what would you add from Stewie's game into yours?
Okay. I would probably say some of her post moves. You know what I mean?
Okay, post work.
I'm a bigger guard, so I can be versatile, but I gotta get used to the post moves. You know what I mean? So learning those, I feel like I was set.
You're creating a terror on
an absolute monster. So you mentioned being the big guard, like the versatility aspect. That's something that Stewie definitely has down. Is that versatility? Like, what most excites you about kind of being able to do a little bit of everything on the court?
I feel like sometimes at some points it could be unstoppable a little bit. Being able to shoot, being able to drive, being able to pass, being able to have the IQ and the mentality, I feel like it all just pours into such a great player. So being able to have that versatility, I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah.
So we for everybody to be able to put on from their city.
Yeah.
In this case, state. You're from Ohio, right?
Yes.
Who is the most famous Ohio hooper that you know?
Obviously, I don't know him, but Bron, obviously.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
But people I know, it's kind of hard. I'm just now, starting to rise up. So I would probably say I know Nas Hillman.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Okay.
We got who else?
I know we had Bree
Bree
Hall,
Hall, yeah.
Zaya Cook, Natasha Howard.
Yeah.
So y'all got a nice little list. You said KK Arnold?
KK Arnold, I believe she's from Ohio. I think so. She knows one of my
Hoopers. Hey.
yeah,
Nice
she
little
knows
state
my
team.
teammate, so pretty cool. But yeah, Ohio got some hoopers.
And we've been, we talked to the different areas. Obviously, like, New York, Philly, North, they think they're like superior. What's Ohio bringing to the hoops table?
I mean, I feel like we got a lot to bring. We're kind of like underrated. I feel like Ohio kind of underrated with the hoopers, but I definitely feel like we bring in some tough hoopers. So.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So you mentioned like as you're kind of on the come up, right? You haven't met LeBron yet. That's on deck. On deck. But I'm interested for you, obviously being like the level of recruit that you are, as you've kind of gone on this rise. Like, how is it like going from like that first offer where it's like, okay, like I can really do this to now like. Every school I'm sure is probably hitting you up. It's like, how has that kind of just developed over time, and how have you kind of learned to best handle that?
Yeah, it's been like so quick and it's been moving so fast that I'm just trying to follow it. I'm really grateful for everything that's happened to me though, because no one knew who I was. You know what I mean? I started on an AAU team where nobody knew the name of it to now everybody knowing it. So I would definitely say my parents stepping in to help me. I feel like they've done a lot to help me to get through this recruitment and everything like that, but definitely such a good thing, and I'm just excited and I'm happy that this is happening to me. So
absolutely.
I'm back a little bit since you told us you have that famous phone number. Like you're obviously in a slightly different era than she played in college. Has Stewie been able to like tell you anything to help you like navigate and balance trying to get the NIL, trying to get build your brand and do your thing, but still like keep hoops in the forefront?
Yeah, definitely. She said, just keep your family close to you. The ones, keep a small circle. When picking a college, make sure you have that good connection with the coach. Being able to love like all of your teammates, being able to have a good connection with them. But doing whatever is best for you and what you think is right is what she told me. So
I'm interested to take back just the recruitment just real quickly. The moment for you, when did it hit you that like, oh, this is all happening? Like was there like a certain coach you talked to or anything like that where it was like, oh my goodness, like this is all happening?
Yeah, so this is actually really funny. It's my first offer I got. This was 8th grade going into 9th grade.
Okay.
My high school coach, we had a camp at Ohio State, and my coach came up to me and she was like, "You're gonna get an offer from Ohio State University." I was like, I did not believe her. I didn't have any offers. I was just a little basketball player who just wanted to play because I liked it. You know what I mean? And so I played my game. I did really well. I didn't think I did really well, but I did really well. And then afterwards, McGuff, he came up to me and offered me a full ride scholarship. So I was like, oh, like, okay, so I'm getting offers now. Like, I think I could really do something with this. I love the sport, so it was just a big shock to me at the time, but I was really grateful for it.
I mean, getting the Ohio State as your first one is pretty crazy.
That sets the tone.
I'm interested. You mentioned that love of the sport. Like, as you now, again, like as you kind of mentioned as well, like, this is a very interesting era, especially for high school. It's brand new, like with NIL, with things like overtime select, being like a possibility, and especially on the girls' side when it comes to those type of things, those level of opportunities. I'm interested for you, like, as everything pours in, how do you balance like just maintaining that love of the game in that way as it has driven you to this point already?
Yeah, definitely just not losing the love for the game. You know what I mean? Because that's the reason why you started in the first place.
Right.
But definitely just maintaining a happy mindset. I feel like social media can kind of ruin it nowadays. So trying to stay on social media as much as possible.
Say that again.
And just keep working at it. And try not to have so much negative energy. You know what I mean? Just be positive all the time.
And then, just with the energy of overtime, everybody's excited to be here. Everybody's excited to like get on the court and like you can feel the love of the game here.
Definitely.
What has been your favorite part of the experience?
I would probably say the little kids in the crowds. I feel like it's just so heartwarming. I feel like all these kids holding up your jersey, everything like that, screaming your name out in the crowds. I feel like that's why we do it. You know what I mean? To help these little kids, but it's such a great feeling. So definitely the kids in the crowds.
I love that. I love that. Well, before we wrap up, I want to talk about your team that you have here, obviously being a captain and everything. Walk me through it, like just in general, like what are you excited to see from your team and what are you expecting to put on the court?
Definitely trying to give it my all out there. I want to win. I want to be able to get that championship. But I don't think people think we can do it, but we're gonna try to go out there and try to get it. So
sleep on him if you want.
Yeah,
to.
if you want to. Which player on your roster that maybe you think might be like way overrated? You said they're sleeping on you. Like what player are you most excited to see potentially break out from your team?
I would probably say Leah. I just met her, but I think she's a really good shooter.
Yeah.
And I think she could do something special out there. So
yeah,
definitely her.
I love it. And then just to wrap up here, if someone like your name is ringing in the streets, so if maybe this is someone like you're like, oh, I've heard her. Yeah. Well, let me tap in. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if this is their first time watching you hoop. What do you hope someone takes away from watching you on the court?
Probably my unselfishness. I feel like some people don't, some people are probably ball hogs and like that, but I don't play like that. I feel like I play very fair. And I like to get my teammates involved and everything like that. So I would say that.
It's part of that versatility, It's all full circle with it, It is. No, we're so excited to see. But obviously, your rise has been meteoric, and we're very excited to see what you and your team do this summer. So thank you for tapping in with us here at No Cap Space, and make sure you guys stay tapped in with us here as well. NoCapSpaceWB.com for all of your print and podcast content, and of course here on the YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, all those things. Stay tapped in across the board, and we'll see you next time.